Hello, everyone. Hello, EasyMed Nation. So we are here at the Medical Device Made Easy podcast. And today I have a special guest. So it's Florent Guyon from Nexialist and also teacher at the Biomedical Engineering School. So Florent, how are you?
Fine. And you? It's such a long time.
Such a long time, exactly.
14 years.
So Florent, just to introduce yourself maybe first, and then we can talk more because as you said, so we know each other already.
Yes. So I'm Florent Guyon. I'm an old man among old men in medical device industry. I spent 27 years in Statice, a company based in Besançon, specialized in the design and the manufacturing of devices according customer specifications. So that means that Statice is not a manufacturer according to the regulation, but is a subcontractor. And as we will see today, Statice is considered today as the critical subcontractors. And that's the reason why we met an important quantity of announced audits. But we will say that just after. Since 4 months, I joined Nexialist, a new company based in the south of France, in La Ciotat. It's a beautiful place. And Nexialist is a company which provides assistance with any compliance, quality, and regulatory related challenges, and as well as product development and commercialization strategy. So there are 21 people, more than 15 consultants, and I'm working in this company as a business development manager. In parallel, as you know very well, Monia, I'm an associate professor at University of Franche-Comté in this engineering business engineering school, where I teach courses in quality and regulatory affairs. And because you were my students, of course, Monia, you know me very well. It's very funny because now I think more than 14 years you didn't come back to Besançon to see your old professor. And I'm very happy to be here today. And I'm very proud of you, Monia, because of course I follow you on the different social networks. And I can see that now that I think you understand quite perfectly the notions I taught you in the past. And of course, these notions are completely on evolution now with the new regulation. But regarding what you said, yes, I think you understand quite well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So Florent, yeah. So just for people, so as you said, he's my teacher. And just one thing that maybe people don't know, and maybe Florent don't know also, I would not be here and not be doing what I'm doing or not talking about quality and regulatory affairs without Florent. So just for the story and the anecdote. So at the end of my the engineering school I was doing, so the engineering school that Florent was working on, we have to do an internship at the end of the engineering school. And I was looking for my internship, and I was looking for something like more research and development, product development and everything, but I didn't find anything. And when I went to Florent and asked him and said, okay, I find nothing, but I need something. So he provided me the address of his colleague, one of his colleagues that has an internship, and it was in quality and regulatory affairs. And I was like that saying, I don't really want to do that. For me, at the time, quality and regulatory affairs was more like paper and procedures and things that looks like boring. But when I really went to this company, so the company is called Micromega in Besançon. I really had a good coach, a good mentor in this company. Philippe Conche is called. And he taught me really well what is quality and regulatory affairs. And I understood that quality and regulatory affairs were really at the middle of a company. I call them like the one creating the law at the company. So it's really an interesting thing. And after that, I really embraced quality and regulatory affairs and really like that. So so thank you also to you for that because it was really the connection was made really because of you. So thank you for that.
It's very nice, Mona, but okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So just Florent, if we can move forward a bit. So I'm asking just generally some icebreaker questions for people also to know you more. So one of the questions I choose for you is if you had to go to another country than France, so which one would it be?
Yes, good question. probably Spain, because for me Spain means holidays. I like very much the atmosphere which it rains in this country. It's very.
Are you speaking Spanish or?
No, not at all, unfortunately. But my wife and my children's very well. But me, because I'm I don't know why it's a pity. I understand, but I cannot speak.
But yeah, I think for holidays it's really a great place. So if people want to go there,
it's nice.
Second question. So if you had a movie to recommend to people, so what would it be?
I'm crazy about movies, and it's one of my passion. You can see the
I see the Scarface.
But it was not this movie I will recommend. I will recommend to the auditors to watch Once Upon a Time in America from Sergio Leone with Robert De Niro and James Woods. I think it's the most important and beautiful movies ever directed in the history, and for me it's completely masterpiece. The duration of this movie more than 4 hours, and I watched this movie maybe 10 times. I'm completely crazy about this.
Okay, I will. I think I watched it once. I will think to watch it again. I watched it once when I was younger, so I think maybe to look at it now.
It's incredible. It's absolutely perfect.
Okay, so great. So I will also put a link on the show notes just for people if they want to see that. Yeah, recommended by Florent Guyon.
Yes.
Okay, so Florent, I invited you for this interview also, as you mentioned, because you on your company you had a lot of unannounced audits. What also attracted me, so it's about one video that you've made. So you are also organizing one event called in French La Journée des DM.
La rentrée du DM.
La rentrée des DM also, and this event is mainly for medical devices. Companies to learn more about medical device regulations or anything that's related to that. So it's kind of a training event. So people are going there really to be trained. Yeah. And I think now it's a trend, but people are waiting for your entry for the first part, for you starting the event. And I think it was in 2017 when you started this event with a video about all the unannounced audit that you get. Maybe you were pissed off about this, and at one point you said, "Okay, I need to send a message." So can you talk more about this one?
About the event or about
the event and the video? Yeah.
So on the event, so every year on September, I organize 2 days of training days. The first day is dedicated to the clinical aspects, and the second days it's always on link with the problem of production or of design. So this year on September the 25th and the 26th, the first day dedicated to clinical aspects, and the second days regarding the technical file and what are the impacts of the new regulation on the technical file. So I will ask different notified bodies. I will ask the French competent authority, and of course different experts to introduce some new some new aspects of this technical file, and regarding the presentation I did on 2017, I did that to mark the spirit. My idea was to prove to the competent authorities that something is not very logical in this field, and so in 5 months at Statice, beginning of 2017, we met 5 announced audits. And what it was incredible, so we met 3 different notified bodies, but there was 2 announced audits where it was the same notified body for the same products.
And they had to come and they had to do it. It's like no choice.
Yes, they were not the same. Of course, there was not the same auditors, but it was the same product. So it was the same documentation. So we answered to the same questions we answered, and it was absolutely crazy. And just because this product was sold from a startup to a new companies, and so this notified body inspected and audited us as announced audit for the startup, and then come back for the other company. It was absolutely crazy, and yeah, and the other thing which were a little bit very surprising is with Statice we were certified ISO 46001 at the beginning, and now ISO 13485 since 1995. So more than 20 years by the GMED, the French notified body, and we were audited also by the notified body for one of our customers. Okay, so it was also strange because we were audited by our own
notified body on behalf of another manufacturer. So
yeah.
It's, for people that really want to see this video, I tested it. So it's in French. So I can put the link in the show notes, but you can put the subtitles in English so that you can really follow the discussion. And what was great, it was not just like a keynote where you were just providing the facts that you just said.
It was a story.
Kind of like an opera, like a
story. Yes. I tried to be funny, and I think it was not so good. It was not so bad.
No, it was really for me. I laughed the whole video. I was laughing, and I said I should have been there that day just to see that in face to face. But yeah, for people, they can also enjoy the video just looking on the YouTube. I will provide the link and then that. So as you can understand, Florent is kind of an expert in unannounced audit, if I can say.
Yes.
So I invited him also to help us understand how we should be prepared for that. But before, maybe Florent, if you can just explain us what is exactly an unannounced audit. So where this comes from and what is it?
So for a subcontractor, for a manufacturer, there are two people coming in the morning, quite always at 9 a.m. Two guys come, hello, it's for announced audit. And at the beginning, you are surprised. You say it's a joke. You are looking for a camera. Is it an invisible camera? No. And these two guys, so they can of course, because we were audited by British notified bodies. So the guys were speaking in English. And as you probably know, in France, we are not so good in foreign languages, and so English sometimes.
I think we are doing great now.
Yes, so.
Two French people speaking only in English for me is a bit disturbing sometimes.
Yes, completely. I will be more comfortable if we can discuss together in French, Monia. But okay, let's go. And so for the first time, it was surprising. So, but we prepared that because we were absolutely sure that at Statice we will meet this type of audits. So, of course, we called our quality manager, and then so the audit start with of course an opening meeting, and then it is absolutely important to notice that an announced audit is necessary. You have to be two for an announced audit because there are necessarily two guys audited you, and
guys or girls.
Yes, boys or girls, and so it means that at Statice, what we did, the quality manager managed all the quality system aspects, and our industrialization, our technical manager, manage all the technical aspects regarding the production. Okay, because you have to know that an announced audit is mainly a process or product audit more than a system audit. You are certified ISO 13485. Okay, so all the problem of documentation regarding this standard is quite okay. But what is important is to see how you designed, how you manufacture your product, and how do you survey your procedures regarding the control, regarding how you produce the process, how do you validate the process. How do
And
you?
we are talking specifically about one product or one line of product. It's not like coming for a full portfolio. They are saying we are coming for this product.
For this product, yeah, yes, and it's very dedicated, and so you cannot try to avoid some ways if you are not comfortable on this. So, and the auditors, what you have to know also that the auditors are always people with a background very important. So they were experimented, and all the auditors we met at Statice were have a long experience in medical field. So it was not possible to try to go in another way or no.
They know what they are looking for and they know the direction they want to go. It's not like you can drive them yourself in another direction.
Yeah, it's the fact. Yeah. And so they manage their audits very well. They know exactly what they want to see. So you are going in the clean room. You have they are asking some operators. They are looking for all the manufacturing and all the records on the manufacturing batches. How do you release the batches? How you are sure to that the batch you will release are conform to the initial specification. So everything is very yes, yeah.
So as you've said, they are not looking specifically, for example, let's say a CAPA system. They are not looking that your CAPA system is okay, but they are looking specifically maybe at the CAPAs related to this product, at the complaints related to this product, at any tool from your quality system related to this product only.
Exactly. Concentrated on the product. Sometime on the process. No, yes, on the product. Because the process, they are looking only the process on your product, not the process on other products.
So I suppose at the opening meeting, you are defining what is the process for the product. So you say we have to go. I suppose they are going like that. They are going first to the raw material, then they are going to the process. They are going to all those things until the end. Until you are. I mean, they go on the flow of the product.
Yes, and the training of the operators also, because some process needs some high level of training, and so they are looking for the records regarding the training. And you have to prove that the people working on your product are able to work on these products. Okay. And yes, all these things. Of course, there are some overviews regarding transversal process, like for example, the environment conditions.
Yeah.
How do you survey? How do you manage your clean room? How do you do the control? Which controls do you perform on which specific controls do you realize on your products? For example, a bioburden or LAL tests on this, and which are the results? And yes, all these points, because at Statice they are able to send a product ready to be sold, a sterile product ready to be sold. So it means that Statice is able to clean and to package the products for the sterilization. Okay, so these two processes are very critical, and so they are looking on the way how Statice validated all these processes. Okay.
So as you mentioned, so now they are looking at all this process for one product, and as you've said, you are a critical supplier. I mean, Statice is a critical supplier for many customers.
Yeah.
Which means that on the law, the notified body of a customer has to audit the critical suppliers. So it's why they are coming as unannounced to you. So if you have many customers, then I suppose you have also many unannounced audits. This is the problem.
Yes, and when we at the end of the fifth audits with my quality manager, we did we are thinking on how many announced audits we will have, and very quickly we believed that we will receive more than 30 announced audits in the 3 next years.
So 10 per year.
Yes, 10 per year. And it's absolutely incredible. But when I did this video at the event La Rentrée du DM. So there is a lot of view of this video. And I don't know if it's a consequence. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm quite sure that not. But since September 2017, Statice does not meet a new announced audit. I think they're afraid.
So it's maybe a message. It's maybe a message for other manufacturers if they are upset about audits. They just have to make a video of it, and maybe they will be free of it. But it's funny because I imagine that notified bodies were maybe contacted and say, oh, I saw a video of this guy maybe talking about you or talking about that, and they say, okay, maybe we should keep him aware for that.
and as you can see on the video, you can see that the auditors are the bad men.
Yeah, true. The black arriving.
Yes.
That's clear. So now, if you are, I mean, as you said, you have a lot of experience on that. How did you prepare yourself now for that? I mean, the first time maybe was surprising. I suppose now it's like you have a process for that, or you have something that is clear, and the at the reception when they say, "Oh, I am here for an audit," and they have already a formula to fill, or I don't know, or they have already a route to follow, or what is your process for that?
In fact, because we were absolutely sure that we will have some announced audits, and so we prepare this event by realizing by the reduction of a procedure, crisis management, and in this procedure we identified the interface, the guys who will be in charge to answer to the different auditors. You understand? Okay. And it means, and of course, our quality manager and then our technical manager. But if my quality manager is absent for any reasons, for holidays, for another thing, we precised in this procedure who will be in charge in case of the quality manager is not.
Or a deputy, a backup, or a deputy, or somebody that just transfer that in case. Yeah.
And it was very interesting because on April 2017, our quality manager was not there, our boss was not there also, and so it means that, and I was not there too, and because in the past I was quality manager, and so I know well the quality system of Statice, but the three guys were not present, but even if we were not present, the different guys and girls who were in charge of this audit, it was perfect. They were able to answer to the auditors. They were trained to answer to the auditors, and they were able to find all the documentation necessary to answer very precisely and to the different auditors.
But so are you training them, or there was kind of an audit readiness training, or what was exactly the process?
No, it was because our quality manager involved a lot our his assistant, and so she was able to answer to the auditors.
Okay, so it was really a collaboration of work between all the people, and to really not just putting the knowledge on one person, but putting the knowledge on many people, so that it can also help during that phase.
Yes, and the quality at Statice is relatively well deployed in all the companies. So many people know the quality systems in place, and so they are able to answer to the different questions. And we are audited so many times by our customers, more than 20 times per year. You can imagine that my quality manager is quite on audit, is answering to the auditors quite more than 1 week per month.
So you have the notified body audit, you have the customer audits, then you have the unannounced audit.
Yeah.
Is there something else?
Yes, inspection, competent authorities inspections, FDA, Japanese, Korean, Ukrainian, Brazilian, Anvisa, etc., etc. So we used to be audited.
And do you know how many? I mean, can you count how many days of audit you have on the company, or approximately?
Per year?
Per year, yeah.
Just a minute. I think I had the informations.
Did you open a special job for that, or did you hire specifically one person for that?
I explained last year on internal audits that we were audited 45 days per year, okay. 9 weeks a year, 2 months. 2 months per year. You understand?
So 2 months on office, on meeting rooms, or processing with the auditors to explain them how you are working, if I can say.
Yeah. And so it means that we were obliged to recruit a new collaborators in the quality systems and train him to understand perfectly the systems to be able. And our fear was to receive 2 announced audits in the same time.
Okay, and I imagine an unannounced audit plus an FDA audit or plus a notified body or customer audit at the same time. It's not manageable.
And once time we were very lucky because we received the announced audit on Thursday, and on Wednesday we were on Tuesday and Wednesday we were audited by a big company, a big player, a big American player. So during 2 days we were absolutely focused and concentrated to this audit, and the day after, boom. Announced audit from a British.
So it was a good training. Maybe it was a good
training. It was a good training. But if we receive this announced audit in the same time at the audit for our customers, our American customers, I don't know how we will manage this announced audit. Just because of time, of place also, because Statice is not is 100 people, but it's a problem of place of meeting room,
and also of SME to answer. You cannot also divide your people in 2 or 3 just to go to answer the auditors.
Exactly, because this big company, where they came with I think with 7 people in audit, 7 people. We were 3 answering to this, and if they came, I don't know how we managed this.
Luckily, it didn't happen. But
I think it's probable. It could be possible.
So for a company that never for now experienced unannounced audit, what would you recommend them to do at first?
To keep calm first. To keep calm in all circumstances. Okay, welcome to our company. I'm very happy to see you. And for the French company, I advise this French company to have their quality systems in English.
Okay, yeah, true.
Because it's very important. Because now, when we received the inspection from Lanvisa, Brazil, from Korean, from Ukrainian, it's sometimes, because our quality systems were principally in French, it was difficult to translate French from French to English, and then the guy coming from Brazil translate from English, from our English to the Portuguese language. So we waste time. It's complicated, and so English. It's important to have the quality systems in English. You have to anticipate this event, so you have to prepare. You have to create a specific procedure to prepare this announced audit. It's important to anticipate backward who is able to speak to the auditors. And don't forget one time, if you are a subcontractor, you have to inform your customers of the days where you are on holidays, because it's very important. You have to precise to your customer that on August, during 3 weeks or 2 weeks, the company is closed. It's important for your customers to say to their notified body that it's not necessary to come and visit Statice or another company.
It's true because as they come unannounced, they can come at a time where it's a holiday or that people are not here. And as you said, in August, January, some companies are closed or a lot of people are not on holiday. So I think it's a good advice, this one.
Yeah, it's very important to inform the customers, and to inform when you are a manufacturer, you have to inform your notified body of your closure days. It's very important, because if you do not precise that on the contract or on your notified body, if they come and try to do an announced audit in your company and there is nobody, they will invoice the day.
Yeah, the days, exactly.
Yeah. So you have to prepare that, and the advice is to, in any case, you have to work correctly in your job, and then after you have to answer to the.
I mean, always being always audit ready. It's not like trying to prepare 1 week before, but you have really to try to be always audit ready.
Yeah.
No, it's great. So I think it was really an interesting experience, I think, for people. Now I want maybe to switch more about the Biomedical Engineering School that we have, so ISIFC in France. And I want to talk specifically about one of your modules that you have. I think it's an international master that people can go on. And can you talk more about that? What is the content and what people will learn by doing that? Because I think a lot of people are trying to know or to get trained on some biomedical or some medical device regulations or modules. And maybe they can also use the school, the Biomedical Engineering School, ISIFC, for that. So what exactly is the content of this module?
So for the Master International, there is two. So this master is done on 2 years, and how can I say that? The students are foreign students, and all the courses are taught in English. Okay, so it means that all these students can't speak French, in fact, because they are coming from India, from Vietnam, from Kazakhstan, from I don't remember which other countries we have, but and there are approximately between 10 to 15 people at each promotion. And in 2 years, we try to concentrate these 2 years, and we try to teach them on the clinical aspects, on the regulatory affairs aspects, on quality aspects, but also, of course, on the anatomy, on physiology, on the mechanics, on electronics, on soft. And the idea is that these people can work in their country, on the medical field, on the medical devices field, but also in France if they want. Okay. It's more complicated because most of them can't speak French, and in France, if you can't speak French, it's very difficult, really.
I confirm, but I hope within 2 years they can maybe start to learn a bit. But
yes,
in France,
I have experience with some students who are very, very performant. They are very good students, and they want to stay in France. They are coming from Lebanon, and they are they are perfect. But unfortunately, they can't speak French very good in English, and today it's difficult for me to help them to find a job in France because of the bad French.
I imagine.
So it's during 2 years, and of course they have a training course in an internship in industry during 3 months, and in the second year. And yes, but it's more dedicated to foreign countries outside from Europe. Okay.
So it's specifically one module for foreigners, if I can say, and you have the normal program for French people that are also there.
Yes, as you did, Monia. So it's during 3 years the students are back. Comment on dit back?
Are back.
Bachelor, back plus 2 years, and in fact the duration of the ISIFC is 3 years, and at the end there is an internship in an industry during at least 4 months. And what is very interesting with this biomedical school is a biomedical engineering school, is that at 3 months after their diploma, the student find a job. So
the unemployment is really low. Do you have some numbers for unemployment for students, or?
Quite zero employments in this this year, on 2018, 60% of our students find a job during their internship. So it means that during the internship, they contracted a contract with the company where they were as an engineer. And 2 months after the end of the internship, more than 90% found a job. And so now, 5 months after, everybody find a job.
I think the medical device industry is starting to grow, also with new startups, with new technologies that are coming, with the artificial intelligence, with all the digital things that are really rising. So I think there is, if I can say, a lot of possibilities for people that want to go on the field of medical devices.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can confirm you that the demand is incredibly high. Quite every week, I received more than 5, maybe until 10 demands on industry or on. Do you think it's possible to send this opportunity to your network, because we need absolutely someone for this job, and often it's on regulatory affairs, quality, regulatory affairs, process validation. It's very required.
Yeah, I think the quality and regulatory affairs actually is really in boom because of the new medical device regulation, also the Brexit that is happening. So a lot of people are needing some consultants, if I can say, to help them about also the MDSAP, the new programs that are coming. So I think there is a lot of opportunities for people that want to learn medical devices, and then the ISIFC or Biomedical Engineering School can help for that. So I will also put on the show notes the link of the school, and maybe also for the program, so that people, if they want really to look at it and if they are interested, they can contact you.
Yeah, and there are lots, and there are not so many schools in France. Which realize such training courses. So
I think for me it's the best. I came from this school, so from me it's the best.
I confirm you that.
Good. Florent, so to wrap up, so just wanted to ask you if there is something else you want to share with people, or...
No, I'm very proud because after 27 years in Statice, I'm now I'm like a young guy because I'm joining a company, Nexialist, since 4 months, and I'm very happy to be in this team. It's a fantastic team, and the expertise and the skills of these guys are very astonishing, and I'm very proud to be part of this team. And Nexialist is able to help all the manufacturer to put a device on the market, whatever it is. And it could be, of course, European market, but also American market or another market. And the approach of the regulation of this company is such different than the others. So I'm very proud to be, because for them, regulation is not a constraint. It's an opportunity. And
exactly,
when you saw, when you are looking at the regulations like that, it's a little bit different. And
you don't see it like a police or like somebody that is trying to avoid you to do something. It's more something like is helping you to put products on the market, and trying to help you to find the right strategy, to find the right way, to give you also options of what you can do or not. And this is really the right way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fantastic to be in this company.
So I will also provide the link of Nexialist on the show notes if people really want to contact Florent, because he's really great. He's an expert, so he can really help you for that.
Okay, thank you, Mounir.
Don't forget the check at the end for me.
In Bahamas, like always. Yes, in Bahamas.
So Florent, if people want to follow you or stay in touch with you, where can they contact you?
By LinkedIn, you can follow me by LinkedIn, and that's all. I have a YouTube channel, but I have only three videos because I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert as Mounir. Okay.
So anyway, I will put everything on the show notes. Then if you want to contact Florent, it's not a problem. You can get in touch with him.
Yes.
Okay, Florent. So thank you very much. It was really a pleasure to have you. And so I hope we'll still get in touch. And I promise I try to come to this to the next year for the rentrée DDM. So I hope.
Maybe I will ask you something, Munir. If you maybe
let's get in touch after that then.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks everyone, and see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
So thanks for this discussion, Florent. It was really great. I know that speaking English between two French is really difficult, but really we made it and it's really great. So for people that are really needing some support, Florent is here to help, so you can contact him. I will put his details on the show notes so that you can really have access to people that can answer some of your questions. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and don't forget also to provide a review or a like. It takes just a few seconds for you, but really for me it's meaning a lot. So thank you for that. And don't forget also to keep learning, share this episode, share this podcast with your colleagues that wants to learn more about medical device regulation and standards. And also share the blog easymedicaldevice.com if they want to read about that. Okay, so it was a nice podcast. Thank you very much for listening to it, and I'll see you on the next one. So thank you and have a good day. Bye.